Okay, come to the stage now. Please welcome our next performer. Her name is Connie Bryan.
Thank you very much. You guys are a great audience. Woo, good to be here at Sunburst in Sacramento. I'm Connie Bryan. Do I seem tall to you guys? Yeah. I swear to God, if I hear one more person ask me if I play basketball, I'm gonna fucking scream. No, you play miniature golf? Oh, sorry, I saw a little putter and I just assumed. Oh, look, now it's a 3-wood.
Thank you very much. I just want to clear one thing up right off the bat. I do realize that I'm tall. I get... Here you go, Juan. Where you at? The comic before me won. Great, wasn't he? How about a big hand for Juan? They put us back to back, me being really tall and him really short. I just want to tell him, honey, there's a lot of girls that don't mind your being short. As long as you come up to my waist, that's tall enough, right, ladies? Right? I'm going to get me a t-shirt that says, you must be this tall to ride this ride. But I swear to God, I'm going to scream if I hear one more person ask me if I play basketball. No, sir. Do you play miniature golf? I mean, I saw the little putter and I just assumed. I'm just kidding. It's not that noticeable. I'm just joking. Sometimes it's tough finding guys today. Guys are intimidated by taller women. I don't know why that is. Sometimes I wish I could go back to grade school. Do you ever do that? Do you ever reminisce and wish you could go back to your childhood? I wish I could go back to the 4th grade in Catholic school. Because I wasn't quite this tall and at least the priests wanted to have sex with me, So... I'm originally from Orlando, Florida. Okay. And moved out here recently to Los Angeles. I knew the cost of living was going to be higher out here, but it didn't hit me how bad it really was until I stayed at the Motel 6. And they couldn't afford to leave the light on for me. See, that's funny because that's their jingle. Yeah. We'll leave the light on for you. I wanted to go to Eucharist. I wanted to go to Mass, and I went to the Catholic diocese down the street. They have a 2-drink minimum now. When a 2-drink minimum? You guys seen any celebrities yet? You guys meet anybody famous? I met my first celebrity last week. I met the Geico Lizard in person. We were both hanging out at a very popular sushi bar down in Koreatown, and he gave me the real scoop. He said, "Let me just tell you something, Connie. Nobody gives a damn how much you save on auto insurance out here. Not even living in Koreatown. It doesn't matter, But one other thing that I noticed about Californians when I moved out here is they don't do anything without their cell phones, do they? Right? How many of you have been checking your cell phones since I've been up here for messages and stuff? People don't do anything without their cell phones. They can't eat. They can't drive. They can't rob a bank. Remember the cell phone bank robber? This lady's robbing a bank talking on the cell phone. How disrespectful is that? I mean, how would the bank robber feel if the teller wouldn't get off of her cell phone? Speaking of bank robbers, with the high cost of living here in California, even with rude bank robbers aside, most of them are pretty impressive nowadays. They're pretty courteous, aren't they, by and large? I mean, I'm serious. I'm impressed with bank robbers. They've come a long way from their violent Bonnie and Clyde roots, haven't they? And I'm considering a second job at the high cost of living, so I'm seriously considering, I think I could do this job very well.
Stock market's at an all-time high. Big banks are making money hand over fist. But the reason why they're having such a party and we aren't is because they were able to get their buddies in Congress who suck their ass to steal from us, get this, not just $1 billion, almost $1 trillion of our hard-earned tax dollars to bail their criminal, corrupt asses out with the big banks when they almost caused, in 2008, another Great Depression. criminal, fraudulent behavior by those big banks stole almost $1 trillion of our dollars to bail their asses out. And you think one person's been arrested or gone to prison yet? Not one. So that being said, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm seriously thinking about taking on a part-time job as a bank robber. Kind of do the Robin Hood thing. Get some of that money back they stole from us. I mean, what jury is going to convict me? Getting a conviction, I get a standing ovation by the jury, right? Besides, bank robbing has changed from its violent Bonnie and Clyde roots, hasn't it? To the point it's become kind of one of the more mild-mannered, respectable criminal professions. It was a white collar. You know, I mean, you can make an argument that becoming a bank robber is more of a public service than going on unemployment, couldn't you? Right? So, and by the way, according to CaliforniaJobs.com, my profile is very well suited to that of a bank robber. According to CaliforniaJobs.com, first of all, bank robbers are always baseball fans, and I'm a die-hard San Francisco Giants fan, and they always wear the baseball cap.
They wait in line? If anybody had a license to cut to the front of the line, it would be the bank robber. Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? Who do you think you are? I'm a bank robber. Well, why didn't you say so? Go right ahead. Say so. But no, they stand in line with us, don't they? They stand in line shaking their heads too at the fact that there's 15 windows open and only 2 tellers. This is ridiculous. If we ever do get to the front of the line, I think I'm going to give her a piece of my mind. And then when they do get up to the teller, they don't wave a gun in her face anymore, do they? What do they use? They use a note, right? See, to me, I want to analyze this because this is the key to whether you're a good bank robber or a bad bank robber. It's all in the note.
And I have a lot of bad hair days, as you can see. So the baseball cap works for me. Second, my eyes are light sensitive. And bank robbers always wear sunglasses, right? Inside on the job, so that's going to work out great. Third, bank robbers today are very courteous, aren't they? Think about it. They wait in line. If anybody had a license to cut to the front of the line, wouldn't it be the bank robber? Hey, the line forms back there, douchebag. Who the hell do you think you are? I think I'm a bank robber. Well, why didn't you say so? Where's your baseball cap? Oh, fucking, there you go. Wait a second, you're a Dodgers fan? Really? I didn't say nothing. Fucking retard. But no, they stand in line with you, with the customers, shaking their heads at the fact that there's 15 windows and only 2 tellers working. This is bullshit. It's rush hour. Don't you think this is bullshit? I mean, they ought to at least have a robber's only window. I agree. Get out there. I'll give her a piece of my mind. And when was the last time you heard of a bank robber shooting somebody? They don't stick a shotgun in the teller's face anymore, do they? What do they use? What do they use? No. A note! Thank you! A handwritten note at that. It doesn't even have to be typed. I would, of course, because I'm a professional. Word perfect, spell checked. But see, this is the key nowadays to whether you're a good bank robber or a bad bank robber. It's not about the gun anymore. It's about the note. So let's analyze the robbery note for just a second, beginning with the greeting, because it's not as easy as you might think. Should you begin your robbery note with something lighthearted to break the ice? You know, like, hey there. I would resist that because it's very unprofessional. It's kind of like that chick a while back who was robbing banks and she wouldn't get off her cell phone while she's robbing the bank. Who's going to take you serious when you're doing that? By the way, there's 2 exceptions for when you're allowed to use a cell phone while you're robbing a bank. I just want to clue you in case you're going to follow my footsteps. There's 2 exceptions when you're allowed to use the cell phone. It's if you've typed up your robbery note on your cell phone and you're trying to use the bump and share method with the teller. But I got to tell you, I've tried that. Don't do it because that teller glass is way too thick. You're going to crack your screen, okay? The other exception is if you're trying to send your robbery note to the bank via Twitter feed, right, from your smartphone. #GoGiants, that's acceptable. Otherwise, stick with the written note, the traditional handwritten note.
So let's analyze this for a second, starting with the greeting. Could you get by with hi there? Hi there in your bank robbery note? I don't think so. I think it should be more formal, don't you? Probably dear teller. Dear teller. How about how long the note is? Isn't that important? I'm thinking 2, maybe 3 paragraphs. But they say with a business letter, anything more than that, and they don't read it. You know, I just wouldn't want that to happen. And what about the signature line? Could you get by with very truly yours? Sounds a little cheesy for a robbery note, don't you think? I'm thinking sincerely, because you'd want to convey to the teller that your robbery note is sincere, right? Probably sincerely Connie. Better not to use a last name, I think. Right?
How long should the body of the note be? I'm thinking 1 paragraph, and that's it. I guess you could do 2. All right. I know some of you out there are aspiring writers, but if your comic's okay, be careful about using the premise and the setup. It gets too long. Just go with some quick one-liners, because they say anything more than 2 paragraphs with a business letter and they don't read it. You want them to read your robbery note. And then, what about the closing? Should you go with very truly yours? I know, thank you, because very truly yours comes off as kind of pretentious. I would go, like she said, with sincerely, because you want to convey your robbery note is sincere, right? Sincerely, Connie. They're going to have to use a last name, I would think.
And last but not least, I would assume the bank would prefer the robbery note to be written on one of their withdrawal slips, right? Right? Because that's what I do. I'd hate to wait in line all that time just to finally get up to the teller and hand her the robbery note, only to have her hand it back to me with a withdrawal slip. You'd feel like such a schmuck, you know? You'd have to turn to the people behind you. I'm really sorry, I should have already done this. This will only take a second. Is today the 18th? My ID? No, I'm sorry, I don't have my ID. Is that a problem?
And last but not least, I would assume the bank would prefer the robbery note to be written on one of their withdrawal slips for accounting purposes, right? That's what I would do, because I would hate to wait in line all that time, finally get up to the teller, hand you your robbery note, only have it handed back to you with a withdrawal slip, because you realize that worse yet, she treats you like a child and starts trying to write it for you. I'd be like, that, I'm writing my own robbery note, thank you very much. Then you'd have to turn around to the people behind you that you're holding up in the line, you know, turn around to them and say, you guys, I'm really sorry, I came to hold up the bank, not hold the line. You know, I'll give you guys a 20 spot for your patience in just a second. You turn back to the teller. Is today the 18th? My ID? No, I'm sorry, I didn't bring my ID with me. Is that an account? No, I'm sorry, that's why I'm robbing your bank. Okay, I don't have an account. No, I really don't have time to talk to a personal banker about an account right now. A free toaster? Honey, I'm robbing your fucking bank. I don't give a shit